Welcome back, Attack. Hey, I'm Skyland Shore, and today we're checking out Elvenar. This is actually going to be a second impression, even though I'm going to show off the early game again. This is going to be just sort of like an update on the game and how it's going. And I have actually gotten to the end game. I have seen a little bit of the end game, and I know the process, the grind. Basically, this is essentially going to be a full review, actually, of a game. Even though it's very progression-based and you can almost never get to, like, the end, you know, there's no completion of the game. I have gone significantly through the game, and I can give you my thoughts and opinions. Just wanted to show it's played in the browser here. And we're going to go ahead and go full screen, and we can choose between humans and elves. I think I almost always choose elves. We're going to go with humans, and I think it is cool that you can choose between humans and elves. However, I think that's one thing that's probably a bad idea. Sacrificing your customization for a little bit of choice in the very beginning. It could be cool if there was more than just two, but these guys are essentially, they're just reskins, okay? Which is cool, but I think that would have been a good idea for monetization as well. Anyway, so the early game is just us clickety-clacking on wherever it tells us to clickety-clack. Like, it's seriously just like any other city building game. Yeah, it's a little bit of city management, though, because you do have a culture, like a happiness meter that, basically, you can't fail, though, which I think is a problem. If there's going to be a city management game, I would like the ability to actually fail, but you can only ever actually, like, get better. So, you know, it's basically a mindless game, and that's mostly what it's going to be like. You see, like, they tell us exactly where to click, they highlight and they shadow everything else, so you just clickety-clack. It's really easy. There's really nothing to think about. Now, the end game, how grindy is this game? It's really grindy. In fact, it's so grindy that when I had to do a promotional video, the developers themselves gave me content, and it still wasn't enough to actually get full-on end game, like, buildings. So, like, the developers themselves gave me max currency and everything, and it still wasn't enough to reach the very end of the game. So you're going to be spending a huge amount of time playing this game, and I don't see you, like, if you started this game and you have not spent money on this game like last year, I honestly don't think that you are at the end. I think it's one of those games that just, like, will never end, and it's not because they're constantly adding new content, because from what I'm seeing, it doesn't, like, you know, it doesn't seem like they actually are adding new content, which you would expect from a free-to-play game. It just seems that they just made the grind so significant that it's just never actually gonna, like, you know, be done with. Let's move the statue over here, just doing the tutorial things. You can't expand your buildings and everything. Man, this tutorial is, like, really strict. I can't show you anything until, like, this is done. I can't zoom out. There we go. You just have this plain background, really no animations. The art isn't horrible. I think the art is actually really good, especially on the banners for their advertisements, which, you know, yeah, it's got to be good for that. You have to scout areas, which cost gold, and then even after you scout it, you know, it takes time, and it costs gems to instantly scout it. The further away, it costs longer to scout. And, of course, there's still going to be crazy errors and all this crazy stuff. Overall, the game looks really good, right? First impressions, it looks really good. I don't think it's nowhere near as good looking as Nords, which also has freaking voice acting, but it's essentially the same game, which is really tragic for a company that specializes in this kind of gameplay. So, yeah, we froze here. I mean, basically, it seems like the game has not been updated. I'm not even sure if there has been a significant update whatsoever. But basically, just wanted to give you that little update, guys. We're not even 3 minutes in. We have our first crash. A little bit ridiculous. We'll try to restart this. Let's press F11. Let's refresh this, bruh. Eno Game. Eno Games makes a lot of these type of games. These city builders, these atrocious warfare strategy MMO RTS games. But I don't know. I think I like one of their games. I can't even remember the name. So, yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. Anyways, you have your town, and then this is sort of like their PvE. It's not just like combat, so you have a choice. You clickety-clack on these provinces here, and you can choose to negotiate, and it'll cost, you know, they're like, okay, we'll give you whatever you're looking for. You get some rewards, and you also get this thing that's like this allows you to learn different technologies and stuff, so you need these points. And then you hit negotiate, or you can fight them, whatever. But basically, like, it's super freaking easy, and, like, there's no challenge whatsoever. It's not like you're gonna have to do research and figure out if you can actually fight them or not, really. It's just super atrocious. It's just basically, like, let the game sit and let the game play itself. You gotta clickety-clack, yeah, but, you know, over time, the game plays itself. It is no Clash of Clans, which actually takes skill, strategy, and tactics. So yeah, for a strategy game, it's really atrocious, and attrition is just a single strategy. There's not multiple strategies with that. So, it's hard to call this even a strategy game. It's just a city builder, it's a clickety-clicker, and that's just pretty much all it is. It looks good, yeah, but Elvenar has not been updated significantly enough. And I think this is the problem with Eno Games, is that they are so worried about making all these multitudes of games that they're not worried about making one persistent, really good game that constantly evolves. And that's definitely an issue, and it's showing through, at least with Elvenar. Not sure about their other games, how updated they are. I know back in the day, these kind of games were really popular, but now the market is super saturated, and this game is not really showing me any difference. And that is my second impression. That's my review. I know I'm only showing you the very first minutes or whatever, but trust me, guys, I've played the end game. I've seen it. Well, I was given max currency and everything, and I still didn't get to endgame. So, I can tell you, the game is a huge grind. You will have to spend money, basically. And I don't know if it's fun with friends. I don't know. The game basically has no community. It's not populated at all. So, basically, yeah, that's it. I'm done, guys. Thanks for watching. Please come back, Attack. Remember to like and subscribe. Stay notified of all these upcoming indie MMO games. I don't know. Is Eno Games even considered indie anymore? I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Welcome back, Attack. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 free-to-play MMOs for this year, for 2015, and I think across all the genres for free-to-plays, we've seen so much innovation in MOBAs, in MMOs, in like card games. We've seen so many new things this past year, and hopefully, maybe, probably so, 2015 is going to be just as exciting. This is our